And we will have some really specific sessions on what I'm going to say right now, but it's worth saying over and over and over again. It's worth saying forwards and backwards and sideways and looking this way and looking that way. So tonight and we've revisited it already a little bit. So I love the beautiful words that Christina gave us in terms of what is our gamma practice about? About lighting up that electrical grid so that we can experience here, Earth time in molecular form, our soul's design and purpose, the ultimate in fulfillment, right? So part of what happens out on this horizontal line, and let me do it this way. This is Earth, molecular reality, right? My question for you is, who's putting those molecules together? Let me ask you another way. Where does what I need and want come from? Because much of our time and our effort, if not all, is spent out here on the horizontal timeline via our conditioning, trying to make the molecules do what we want them to do. And when I say molecules, what do I mean? I mean our three boxes. What are they?
Health, relationships, and finances.
Yeah, our three main categories of circumstances that influence me, right? And so here I am doing the very best I can after all of my conditioning. I've got these circumstances that I'm perceiving. Everybody's perception is different, so we cannot make an argument even for molecular reality. It is up to the eyes of the beholder of what it actually is in any given moment in time, right? So here's what happens. I respond, then I think, and then I act. We're going to call that doing. And acting can be a not doing, right? Like, what if I decide that I need a nap and that's the best way to handle this? That's a not doing, right? The gamma practice is designed to add in a vertical dimension of influence, not just a horizontal influence. And so we're going to add something to the respond, think, and act. We're going to add, by the way, what is the electrical grid? And where is it on this thing? We'll just put it there. It's really all encompassing though, isn't it?
Yes.
Right? It's not just three-dimensional. But it is the interface between quantum wave particles and molecular structure. It is the interface. So if I am going to affect my molecular reality, gamma point practice says I'm going to have time better spent influencing my electrical grid than spending all my effort, all my time, all my energy out here on the horizontal trying to make effect. Right? And so what does that look like in reality? Well, it looks like the triad for one thing. But how do I know where I'm at? I've now got still I've got to respond, right? Molecular reality happens. I'm still responding. Then I'm still going to think, but instead of coming out here and thinking horizontally, I'm going to think vertically. I'm going to think gamma solution, quantum solution. And so here's where we fit in the question, where does what I want come from? It comes from how close I am to my gamma point, because what's that? That is how lit up my electrical grid is to receive everything I'm designed for. Right? And so instead of a do, this ends up being a be. So when I'm going this way, I can see it. I can see molecular reality in form. When I'm going this way, it's more of a feeling. And when you get to the point that you're actually describing it, as I am now, you're on this side of the electrical grid. So listen, I respond, I think, I feel, and then I be that feeling, and I bring me, which is me being. You cannot be and not have it be you, but you are not your circumstances. Right? So you can do to circumstances and have it not be you, although we get confused that our circumstances are. It's just a misunderstanding. But I am literally going to be, and then I am going to bring that being down here to influence. It is a completely different way of putting molecules together. And when we start to think about time, because why am I bringing time up? Because I've been thinking about this lately. How much I want to get in my gamma practice versus how much I've got some stuff out here I want to solve. And it's so tempting to come out here and work hard and do the things that I know. Where do I know? I know in my mind, right? My conditioning, my training, my experience tells me, right? But if I go vertical, time now acts different, and we are going to get results in our circumstances. And it's like the best present ever because it's specifically from my design. I can't not like it. It it is like somebody knows me to the millionth degree and designed the present just for me. Here you go, Jake. Right? Now, that's me being the being here. So as I look at some of the circumstances where I want some solutions, I want some movement, I want some molecules right here, right now, put together in my favor. This is what I'm asking myself. Am I going to come out here and work really hard, or am I actually going to take more time in my life for a moment and spend doing what? The brain power linking, the gamma audio. And I'm going to, I might not have time tonight, but I'm going to spend my time tuning myself, turning on the electrical grid so more quantum Jake design can come upon me, and I'm going to feel that, then I'm going to be it, and then I'm going to come out into my molecular reality, and worlds will assist me. There is nothing more powerful than electrical quantum assistance. We're worn out from trying to do it. I am,
Me too.
right? Um, so where does what I want and need come from? Comes from my electrical grid, even though I've been taught it comes from circumstances. And then I got to make up a whole lot of reasons. Well, I'm worthy, I'm not worthy. I'm blessed, I'm not blessed. I'm lucky, I'm not. You know, like all the crap that we make up about why I have what I need and want or I don't. All right, you guys.
Mm.
Um, we're going to do a lot more on that. There's so much more pieces to fill in here because why? There's a few things that can keep me tuned here. Like, did you know the same way that we are not our circumstances? So I'm not the circumstance that I have in any of my relationships with any other people, although those are circumstances that are happening, but they're not me. I am not that circumstance. I am not my finances, and I am not even my body or my health. This body is going to stay here when I go. That's how I know it's not me. It's horizontal. I'm using it just like the movie Avatar, right? That's why we call it that, right? Or I think where it came from. So, oh, I got all excited and got distracted for a second on the Avatar. That was an exciting thought. Um, I lost my vertical blip for a minute. Let me get it back. So we are not our circumstances. We are quantum energy, and we are going to bring that to our circumstances. Guess what? The horizontal takes everything personally because it thinks it is it. It's not. The vertical takes nothing personally because it knows it's none of this. And so, as we learn these little navigation concepts that we are going to have trainings on, like never, that's a strong word, but don't take anything personally.
Mhm.
That in and of itself will put literal time in your pocket. Experiment with it. See if it doesn't. Let me know. Right? But for sure, it will make less suffering, strife, and it will when I take something personally, it knocks circuitry off and I don't have access to my divinity in the way that I want to, so that I can be something in this situation that is me that I might not have ever had access to if I'm taking it personally. And it's one thing to intellect, and I'm telling you this from experience. It is one thing to intellectually know this, and it is quite another when you have circumstances in which you have been wronged. Wronged in a what's the word I'm looking for? Like for no reason. Like you're not wrong and you get wronged.
Betrayed.
Huh?
Betrayed.
Betrayed, any of those things, right? And then it becomes a practice. And so our tools that we are learning help us respond and go vertical instead of respond and go horizontal. The brain power links. What are your first responders here? We're talking about responders. Your neural pathways in your body's electrical system that picks up the energetics, right? You guys feel. That's a real sensory apparatus. So your first responders to circumstances are your neural pathways, and all of us are responding like 7 to 10 years old because that's where they get set into time. So if we want a response outside of a 7 to 10-year-old, we've got to train those neural pathways to run down circuitry that allows us to go vertical. That's why I do it. Now, if I go into the gym and I'm going to work out this muscle. And I pick up a weight. Well, I need a bigger weight. I pick up a weight and I really concentrate and I curl it and then I set it down and I leave. And I do that once a month. That's going to be very, very different than going into the gym and lifting 8 times, increasing this as I go, going into the gym. At least what you hear what I'm telling you, your brain power linking works like that. You can't just do one. And did I say that this didn't do anything if I only do it one time? No, I didn't say that. But it's limited in what it's going to do for us in terms of training neural pathway just by doing one statement. And please, if you're only doing one statement, keep doing it because it's better than not. All right, my friends,
Mm.
that is what I have for you tonight. Questions on this, comments? Do you like it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it nourishes me. Oh, David, how'd you do that?
Hit the react button, and then it shows effects, and you can do things like here's rocket ships.
Yeah.
Oh, I like those. And they're perfect for our vertical. We are
Yeah.
going to write, oh, and balloons. You guys are awesome. And thumbs up. Way to go, everybody. Yeah, we're going to ride rocket ships to vertical solutions, gamma solutions. All right. Anybody else
Right.
have anything they want to add or say before we close for tonight?
Jake, I will not be able to join you guys next week.
All right.
So-
We're going to be
Sure.
doing testing. And so you'll be able to catch that after we
Yeah.
get it on the record.
Yeah.
Should be very short and sweet. There's not a ton of information, but it will have to be a session. All right. Thanks for
Right.
coming, everyone. Thanks for practicing gamma with me, and have a great week.